Hello, this is Raw of Tamazone. Today I will be doing a review of the version 2, which happens to be my favorite version of the modern releases. I will talk about all the different features it had, some controversial, some unique, and some that were just brand new and had never been seen before with the earlier releases, which were, of course, version 1s and pluses back in 2004. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the shell itself. Despite appearing to be in the shell of a Plus, the Japanese version of the version 1s, it is in fact a version 2. This is an Asia-specific design, so it's maroon on the front and gray on the back, and just like in all the other Bandai paint jobs, despite appearing to be gray on the back, it is in fact the same maroon color has just been painted over with gray, so that if you open up the back, the shell inside will be the same color as the front. In fact, I took a picture that I can go ahead and show real quick. Alrighty. And there, as you can see, despite appearing grayish on the outside, it is rather that pinkish maroonish color on the inside. So I'll put this aside. So the first thing you'll notice is I have a version 2 specific character right here on this. It is a whale with a mustache. It's one of my favorite characters that has got that curly mustache, and if you will notice by my avatar on Tamazone and Tamatalk, and here even in my YouTube channel, I've got a curly mustache. So we'll start with the status screen. You've got your standard hungry and happy hearts, your training, which you gain by discipline, your age and weight and name, and your gender, and then your generation number. And this was the new feature. It introduced the Gochi point system and the shop, where you could spend your money. So the food is the same, the toilet icon is the same. I'm not going to go over those. We'll start with the games. There's the standard jump and the bump game, heading, and slot. This was the more controversial game that caused problems in Australia, where parents protested that they found it unethical for children to be playing with a toy that had gambling games in it. So I personally do not condone this, or I don't approve of it or disapprove of it. I just think it's rather unusual and cool in a way. So you can go ahead and place a bet, and then let's see, we'll bet, there we go, and you have to try and match the symbols. And so I gained just little, but yeah, you get the point of that game. And the rest were just usually the standard ones that were apparent. This one and the later models. I always suck at this game. I can't hardly play it with one hand. But yeah, your objective is to press the buttons as they appear on the top and then jump, basically. And so let's move on to shop, where you have your items, accessories, foods, and toys, and anything and everything was available in here. It's a shame that later in the Tamago they took out all of these functions and then put them in separate things you have to buy separately. I mean, I guess it's a wise marketing decision, but not very fun for the consumer. I don't seem to have any items. But yeah, that was the basically the shop feature which was unique and new to the version 2. If you go to Tamazone, you can see an entire complete shop list of what you can buy, what the items are, how much they cost, and everything in the resources section. And this is the connect part, where you can connect to the older version, version 1 or version 2. Discipline, where you did timeout or praise. Medicine, and you still had at this point the turn the lights on and off, which I sometimes miss with the newer versions, as they learned later on to turn off their own lights. And in the books, where you have your friends, or you can send presents, and etc. So that pretty much covers the version 2. I wish I could press the C button and have this guy come up closer, but in the older models such as this, that function did not exist yet. So instead, throughout the day, occasionally they come up to the screen on their own, of their own accord, and then you can see close-ups of them. But yeah, so this is it for this time. Thank you for watching. Au revoir.